Hello everyone, you're welcome to Learn Maths with me. In this channel, I'll be taking you through in-depth tutorials covering a wide range of topics from basic arithmetic to advanced maths. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Also, feel free to drop any questions for me in the comments. Today, we'll be taking a look at angles, and by the end of today's lesson, you'll be able to calculate the angles on a straight line. You'll be able to identify, to name, and to calculate angles meeting at a point, and angles where a transversal crosses a parallel line. Now let's take a look at angles on a straight line. Angles on a straight line 180 degrees. When you have a straight line, all the angles on it must add up to 180 degrees. Like what we have on the screen, for example, I have my angle A plus my angle B must sum up to 180 degrees because the two angles are on a straight line. In this example, I have a straight line PS and I have three different angles coming to form up that straight line. I have my angle A, my B, and my C. So A plus B plus C must give me 180 degrees because the three angles are on a straight line. So if I have a value for B and a value for C, I can easily calculate what my A will be. Now I have my B to be 95 degrees and I have my C to be 30 degrees. So my A will be 180 degrees minus 95 and minus 30, and that gives me 55 degrees. Now the reason is because they are angles on a straight line. The next one we want to look at is vertically opposite angles. When you have two straight lines crossing each other, the angles that are opposite to each other are equal and they are known as vertically opposite angles. So in my example, angle A is equal to my angle B and my angle X is equal to my angle Y because they are vertically opposite. Now we have more examples. X is equal to Y because they're vertically opposite, A is equals to B because they're vertically opposite, and C is equals to D because they are vertically opposite. We have two straight lines crossing each other, so the angles facing each other are equal. Next, we want to take a look at the angles at a point. Angles coming to form a point sums up to 360 degrees. All the angles that form a point must sum up to 360 degrees. So in this example, I have my A plus B plus C plus D is equals to 360 degrees because all the four angles are at a point. Now, when a transversal crosses parallel lines, the corresponding angles are equal. So when you have two parallel lines and then you have a straight line crossing it, the corresponding angles equal. So this is an example of a corresponding angle. The P and the Q, they are both corresponding angles. They are equal. More examples. My angle X is equals to my angle Y. My angle P is equal to my angle Q, and my angle A is equals to my angle B. These are known as corresponding angles. Now, when a transversal crosses parallel lines, the alternate angles are equal. We also have alternate angles to be equal. So my P is equals to my Q. In this instance, they are known as alternate angles. And here are more examples. I have X is equals to Y because they are alternate to each other. C is equals to D because they are alternate to each other. And A is equals to B because they are alternate to each other. Now we have some exercises. The first one is a straight line, and we have two angles coming to form the straight line. The first one is 130 degrees. We want to find what the angle A is. Now on the second one, we have two straight lines crossing each other. We want to find what the angles B, C, and D are. Then in the third one, we have two parallel lines being crossed by a transversal, that's a straight line. We have an angle that is 57. We want to find out what angle EFGH are and IJK are. Then in the last exercise, we have three angles coming to form at a point. So we want to find out what the last angle is. So you can feel free to pause the video and try to solve these questions. The solution will be in the next slide. So my first one is easy. It's going to be 180 degrees minus 130 degrees, which is the known angle. And that unknown, the angle A, will give me 50 degrees. For the second one, I have that my B will be equal to 180 minus 52 degrees, because the 52 degrees and the B are sitting on a straight line. So that is angles on a straight line. So my B gives me 128 degrees. And then my C is vertically opposite to the 52 degrees. And my D is also vertically opposite to B, which is 128 degrees. So my C is 52 degrees and my D is 128 degrees. Now let's look at the third and the fourth questions. I have an angle there that is 57 degrees. Knowing that that angle is 57 degrees, I can see that it has an alternate angle, I can see that it has a corresponding angle, and I can see that it has a vertically opposite angle. So all those three angles, that the angle that is alternate to the 57 will also be 57, the angle that is vertically opposite to the 57 will be 57, and the corresponding angle to the 57 will be 57. Now let's identify them. My H is a corresponding angle to the 57 degrees, and then my F is vertically opposite to my H, so my F is also 57 degrees. My I is vertically opposite to the 57 degrees and is corresponding to the F, so my I is also 57 degrees. Now to get the value of K plus 57 sits on a straight line, and that sums up to 180 degrees. So my K is equals to 180 degrees minus 57 degrees, and that's 123 degrees. Then I have J is vertically opposite to K. I have G is corresponding angles with K. Then I also have E to be vertically opposite to G. For question 4, the three angles are angles on a point. So the three angles must add up to 360 degrees. 140 plus 120 plus L is 360 degrees. So my L will be 360 minus 140 minus 120, and that is 100 degrees. Now let's have a quick recap. We said that the angles on a straight line is 180 degrees. We said that the angles at a point is 360 degrees. We said that vertically opposite angles are equal, corresponding angles are equal, and alternate angles are equal. Thank you for watching. If you've got any questions, kindly drop it for me in the comments. I'll see you in my next video.